Jones is running against Republican candidates Sarah Huckabee Sanders and Libertarian Ricky Dale Harrington Jr. Today, Sanders also campaigned in El Dorado as Election Day nears.
Depending on what happens in the midterms, you could be able to buy alcohol in Rogers and Bentonville on Sundays. More than 4,300 people signed a petition to get this on the ballot. Stacey Latham, the owner of Two Sisters Liquors in Avoca, has been able to sell alcohol on Sundays for a while now. She says she doesn't know if this will have an impact on her business if people are allowed to buy in neighboring towns. But the group, Keep Our Dollars Local, says it'll all depend on, be about keeping people's tax dollars
ready to cut open persimmon seeds, but I'm sitting on my show right now. Look at how severe weather, man. My goodness. It's a lot of severe weather. They had it on there, though.
Slight risk.
Yep.
The group says it will
Now, the day
continue
2
to
doesn't have
campaign
anything.
to bring awareness to
Yeah, let's see what
alcohol
we got.
sales
It does have
on Sunday.
5%
If you want to
tornado
familiarize
Houston.
yourself with that
Yeah.
issue, go over and check on the sample ballot on our website.
The day 3.
Now to a KNWA news update. A federal court has awarded the Kolpeck family $4.7 million in a wrongful death and medical malpractice lawsuit. In case you missed it, the former VA pathologist Robert Levy is currently in prison for involuntary manslaughter after going to work drunk and making significant errors that led to the misdiagnosis and death of a veteran. In civil court, the Kolpeck family sued the U.S. government for medical malpractice and wrongful death. Levy misdiagnosed Jerry Kolpeck back in 2012, allowing his prostate cancer to progress untreated for 6 years. He died in 2020. Kolpeck's family sought $15 million.
In Decatur, a toddler is dead after walking into a city facility and drowning. That tragic incident happened at the Decatur wastewater facility on Austin Avenue. According to an anonymous family friend, that child was only 2 years old. Benton County Prosecuting Attorney Nathan Smith tells us it happened on September 25th. Our request for confirmation and an update from the city's police department was denied by the city's attorney. Linda Williams lives in the neighborhood where that incident happened. She tells us she's concerned because a lot of kids live near that facility.
We're about to do the winter forecast here, and we're cutting open persimmon seeds on the air. And I want to give you a little behind the scenes. So Josh is holding the gimbal, and they're getting ready to be going to commercial break. And as soon as they're done that, I do weather,
In
come
documents
back,
obtained
and I'm
through
going
the Freedom
to
of Information Act,
cut open
KNWA
persimmon
discovered the
seeds.
city updated that motorized gate at the wastewater facility shortly after that toddler's death. That update happened on October 7th. It would not confirm to us if this was in relation to that child's death.
Slovakia man pleads guilty in a $100 million COVID fraud case. Billy Joe Taylor pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy to commit healthcare fraud and 1 count of money laundering in exchange for having additional charges dropped. According to court documents, Taylor engaged in a scheme from February 2017 to May 2021 in connection with diagnostic laboratory testings that were either not ordered by doctors or unnecessary. Some of that testing was related to the COVID-19 pandemic. Taylor controlled and directed multiple labs and used those labs to submit more than $100 million in false and fraudulent claims to Medicare. You can read more about the plea deal on our website. Springdale Police need your help identifying these people. Take a look at your screen here. The subjects in the pictures are wanted for questioning for incidents regarding fraudulent use of the credit or debit card, theft of property, and shoplifting. If you have any information that could be helpful to police in identifying these people, they ask that you call them at the number on your screen.
A man catches fire after he was tased by Arkansas State Police. It happened just after 1 a.m. back on October 13th. Arkansas State troopers were trying to stop motorcyclist Christopher Gaylor, who was reportedly speeding away.
Yep.
Troopers say when Gaylor tried to dump his bike
This is a
in
true
front,
behind the
they
scenes.
tased him. We do want to let you know this. What you're looking at has nothing to do with the story we're actually telling you about. There we go. Due to the nature of the video, we aren't actually going to show it to you, but we are going to show you a still
Maximum
image
domination
taken
of
from
this
that video.
Chick-fil-A sweet
An
tea.
investigation revealed Gaylor had a gallon of gasoline in the backpack. Gaylor is currently hospitalized and is expected to recover. He's facing felony fleeing charges, among many other charges. No Arkansas State Police personnel are under investigation related to that incident, nor has anyone been placed on administrative leave or disciplined. That video, it's tough to watch. That's why obviously we didn't want to show it to you, but I've seen it all over national news outlets. That's how much traction it's gaining.
Yeah, I mean, a jarring sight for
Yeah.
sure. You can look it up online
If
you
you
so
want
Feel
to
free
see
to
it,
really,
yeah.
you can really push it
That's
down.
why we give people the option sometimes. We're not going to show it to you, but if you want to do it on your own accord, you have free will.
All right, an exclusive interview with President Joe Biden ahead of the critical midterm elections. That's coming up in just a bit.
Plus, the Arkansas Razorback soccer team has senior night tonight as they took on the Kentucky Wildcats for the final regular game season of the year. Find out how the Hogs fared in your Big Trail Nation report. And we're talking Persimmon report with Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott.
Yeah, that's right, because, you know, October's almost over. Winter's right around the corner. We want to know what the winter will bring, so it's a good old persimmon seeds. You cut them open. We're going to explain all about the folklore. We're going to give you the forecast as well for the weekend. That's all coming up. Don't miss it. We're back in 90 seconds. All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, this is it right here.
Do it at the desk.
I'm going to do it at the desk.
Yes.
Yeah, I already
You
got,
should come into the middle of us.
I got some cut open. Really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to be able to actually see.
Oh, yeah. We'll do that. Okay.
So we're gonna
Right
put
in the
Dan in the middle if that's
Right
okay.
in the middle. I'm going to put them in the middle then.
I didn't realize these were so small.
Yeah.
They're tiny.
Sorry, I know we're on
Yeah.
Facebook Live. Because I only have ever seen the pictures
Yeah,
of them,
yeah,
and they
they're
look
small.
so big.
Yeah, and the seeds are pretty good size for the size of the fruits. Look.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of them in there too. Yeah.
So are they all forecasting the same thing?
Yeah.
I wanna-
Most of them
can I
are.
feel what they feel like?
Yeah. They're really slimy. If you have one if you want to get your hands dirty, they are nasty.
Yeah, a lot of slime.
Very slimy, and they have like a membrane around them.
Hi, Facebook Live.
So
How
what
many
you gotta
people we
do
got
is-
watching us?
We got over 130.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
thanks for
Yes.
tuning
Alright.
in.
Yes.
What did Josh say? I missed it. I hadn't.
So you go like this. and
Oh
we're
no,
90
don't worry about it.
seconds out.
I just wanted to make sure that people realized that it wasn't connected with that person who was missing. That's why I
See,
said that.
look, then you get that membrane off. We'll do that.
No,
Okay,
we're good.
so
dude.
where do you
Where's
want
our
to
stand?
stand? Where do you want me to
Swipe it on
stand, Dan?
Chelsea.
Huh?
Just
I said
you can
just wipe it on
stand
Chelsea.
over on the side.
Just right here?
Yeah,
Okay.
interactive.
So you just pop them like this?
Yep, pop them open.
So
Alright. Should I try to
Where's the
do
clicker?
one?
Where's my
so you
clicker?
take you put it in between the
They got clean.
pliers and then you cut 'em.
Oh, I thought these were just the other side of the shell. So like this?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, like that, and then you take the knife and cut them.
I can't just squeeze it tight.
Yeah, you take the.
How the? Oh,
If you want to have an interactive experience,
Right
we're
at the
also
top?
Facebook Live
And
and to give you a behind the scenes
keep
of
it
the
like
forecast with the winter outlook. But let's take a look first of all
So-
at the forecast now.
You put
And
it
in the
on.
near term, we've got some rain that's already starting to pop up.
So
So
you take
this
it.
system that's coming
take the
in
seed.
will likely bring rain now. There might be an initial
You put it like
Oh,
that.
like
wave
that,
of
okay.
heat
And then you can
wave,
cut it
and
like right down the
dissipates, and then as the
How
rain
many
energy
people does it
pushes
take
into
to
the
cut
soft
open a
dropping
persimmon?
size. There is some
150 if you're going by
already
Facebook.
moving through eastern Oklahoma,
Okay.
as well as another system that's on the way. You'll notice the severe weather
This is
popping up
feeling very
across,
dangerous.
areas of Texas, and then it kind of drops south
Yeah, hell,
throughout the
yeah, hold
rest
down.
of the
There you
evening,
go.
and then it kind of pushes to the east. So that shows you that this system
think you got it.
will in fact
I
be
got
dropping
most of it. Do you think I'll be able to
south
split
across
it?
the water vapor. You can see that as well. So here's a look at the timing. And we're
There you
breaking
go.
all this down, and then we'll
I
get
think
to
it
the
would have been a
forecast.
spoon.
You'll notice
Oh, it's
a
the
little bit of rain
forecast.
popping up throughout the morning.
Blizzard. A broken.
The forecast is don't let Chelsea cut these anymore.
It's a broken shovel, so that means you're gonna be shoveling all the snow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I broke it. I see. Do you want to try it, Chad?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to handle a knife.
Somebody in the comments said, "Careful, don't want severed fingers on the desk."
Seriously.
This is dangerous.
How do I get this out? There you go.
See if Chad can do any better than I did.
That's.
I just cut a little piece.
Temperatures in the lower 60s on Friday, Saturday in the upper
Whiteout
50s,
conditions.
Sunday around 60 degrees. Halloween is looking good, and then we've got temperatures for next week warming up. So even though we start the month of November, it won't be feeling like winter at all. It's going to be actually a little bit on the warmer side. So a lot of activity coming our way. All right,
A
guys.
lot of
it's-
activity in here.
Yeah, that's right. We're
We were
taking
playing
a
with
look
your knife. Sorry
at the
about
winter.
that.
That's all right, as long as you don't cut yourself. So now it's looking at the 2022-2023 winter outlook, and just a couple of things. Did you know that there are two farmers' almanacs? Everybody says the farmer's almanac.
No.
There's the
Sure.
farmer's almanac,
Okay.
and then there's the old farmer's almanac.
Ah.
So one of them says that
And they're both great.
Yeah, they're both great, but they're both different. So, Chad, open-ended question there.
Yeah.
Chilly, normal precipitation for the Farmer's Almanac. The old Farmer's Almanac shows cold and snowy. So which one's going to be more correct?
The Dan Stock Almanac.
Emoji shrug, yeah. So let's look at the persimmon seeds. This gives you an idea. There's a knife that means cold, icy winter.
Cold, icy.
Yeah, it's going to cut through you like a knife. The fork, that means a mild winter.
Fluffy
And
snow.
everybody that is a snow lover wants the spoon. So it's time. Let's cut them
Look
open.
at the one Chad just did. That's all he did.
Oh, yeah. You got to cut it right
He
down the
barely
middle.
clipped
If that
it.
doesn't
I
happen.
think that one means no snow.
No snow?
No
Yeah.
snow.
That's
So all you do is just cut it.
just cut off the tip.
Yeah,
and
cut
then
off the
you're-
tip,
yeah.
and then you won't have any winter.
We even had
Exactly.
Dan come right in between us because
Alright,
he usually
yes.
stands over there. I'm like,
So
I
let's
want
do
to see.
this. All right, so we're gonna take this, and first of all, you need a pliers because they are slimy, and they're in this persimmon fruit. Not only that, they have
Yeah.
like a membrane around them. I don't know if you can see
Yeah.
that.
So
It's
this
like a
is
mucus membrane.
this is what we've got. It starts
That's the
with.
persimmon fruit, and then you got to peel this off, and it's so hard to do. And so once you get that little membrane off, then that's what it comes off, and then you get this right here. So we're gonna look at the persimmon seed, cut it right down the middle. You got to have a pliers because if you try to do this with your hands, you'll cut your hands off.
bad idea.
But it is a fun thing for the
Oh.
kids. So then cut it like that.
Oh,
and
okay.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, that one almost
that looks like
kinda
a knife. That does. That looks like a knife.
And
Let's
the
try
other,
one
a
more.
couple of the other ones we have on here look like spoons.
So that's funny because I actually think we might have a little ice this winter. So let's cut up on one more here and see what we got. All right. What do we got there? Oh, that
Oh,
one
that's
looks
a
like a
spoon
spoon.
for
Yeah,
sure.
that's a spoon.
Well, I don't know.
And that
It,
means
it's
snow.
yeah, like
Yeah.
deep snow.
Okay.
Now check out this one. This one
That is a
just-
clear spoon.
This is a spoon and a half right here.
Yep. That's the one.
All right, so real quick, let's go to the graphics real fast, and we'll take a look at what other people have. Catherine has spoons. Katrina has spoons.
Oh, that's a good spoon.
And there's a spoon, Michael Newberry in Springdale. And how about a spork? There's a sport, Tiffany Norwood.
It's like the
Spork.
old KFC
Now
days.
that's Missouri. Maybe Missouri doesn't get as much snow. And then finally Sean Rogers. So if you want to know about the winter prediction, you got to tune into Facebook Live because we're going to dive into that. We're going to give you all the details and we'll post it on social media as well. You
I
gonna
love
try to
this.
cut one?
Yeah, this is so much fun.
Don't go wrong.
I know. Who gives me
So
knives?
right through the middle, push it down, and then
Wait, I
finish
kind
it
of.
off. Yep.
Well, I did it crooked like Chad did.
Oh, did you?
Well, oh, but you can still see
Oh,
it's
that's
a spoon.
Yep.
Wow, it's like 90% chance of spoons this year.
Yeah, maybe some
Yeah.
snow coming our way.
Oh, goodness.
All right, well, there you go. We'll dive in Facebook Live after this newscast, and we're going to look at all the folklore and everything.
Well, I'm kind of sad that we didn't get to bring our friend CJ Macklin from the Pictorial Nation team on in here. CJ, are you jealous of all the fun we're having? If you're not paying attention and you just hear us saying like spoon,
Yeah.
sport, you're
What's
like,
going
what?
on?
Right?
What show am I watching right now?
All right, CJ. This is so cool.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So we've got the winter prediction. You know what? I'll show it at the end of the newscast too. We can do that as well if we have time. But we've got more. Like we're going to look at past years with the persimmon seeds. How do they do? Because I've got all the past pictures. I've got a look at the different types of. One time we had all sorts of mixed signals. We had spoons, we had knives, we had forks, and guess what? The winter, it kind of was all over the place, and so that verified. There have been years where it shows all spoons, like it did with the winters that we'll talk about, where there wasn't much. If you remember, we really didn't have much of a winter from 2014 on. So after the 2013, 2014 winter, crazy. After that, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, nothing. Even
And
20.
What
Yeah.
is this?
That was the worst one.
What do we got?
If you like snow,
What's this?
Oh man, that is rotten. I don't know.
that's
You cut that. Is that a real thin one?
Yeah, maybe.
That was
Sure,
a
maybe.
real-
that's
real
severe weather
thin
right
spoon.
there.
Yeah, that's severe weather. That's what that
Sorry,
is.
guys. I know you don't like that.
Wait, so
Severe weather.
where do these persimmons come from?
They
Like,
came from Evansville.
what kind of trees?
Is it like a persimmon tree?
Yep, a persimmon
And do
tree.
people eat persimmons?
So you can make them in recipes, but it's a real bitter fruit.
Okay, so
I've
it's like
tried it,
an
and
acquired
it is
taste.
nasty.
Raccoons and deers like them though.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It is like deer heaven.
Yeah.
Which is why it was really hard to find persimmon fruit this year, because typically they last until late October, but the drought, number one, didn't produce them as much, and then also because of the drought, the deer were really looking for a food source, so they just chowed down on these.
Yeah, because
and
this
raccoons
probably
too.
goes for like a little bit of a drink too, with
Yeah.
how moist they are.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're real kind of slimy.
Slimy.
Look at that.
And that was just from you pushing on it. a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
just push it, and then look at how many seeds they have, though. They have like 6 or 7. It gives you an idea in there. It's a fun thing.
You know what that looks like?
Like a flower.
It looks like a demogorgon.
Oh my gosh!
It's exactly like
It does.
From Stranger Things,
Stranger
in case you
Things.
don't know what we're
Absolutely.
talking about.
Did you know that the wallpaper in the very first Stranger Things looks like a demogorgon? The flower.
Huh. And it's those things you go back through.
You
and
go back
notice.
and you go, "Oh my gosh!" Yeah, and you get to see it, and then
That's
you
so
kind
funny.
of point it out.
Just
So.
tossing the bird.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
I figured. So, anyways, that's kind of fun.
That was
That's cool.
fun. That was a fun segment.
Are people commenting, John?
A lot of comments right
Yeah.
now. We had almost 200 people when we were doing that.
Anyone say that it looks like a demogorgon?
Yeah, it does.
So somebody said nice Stranger Things reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. We're going to cut this off because we were going to launch the Facebook Live through the weather graphics and through our weather system, because we got a lot of stuff to show you. But in the meantime, let's give them just a little taste.
Give them a taste.
All right. So first
I'm going
of
to show them
all,
over here.
the winter of last year, it's kind of hard to believe, but believe it or not, overall, the winter was warmer than normal. And you're like, how is that possible? Well, don't forget that December was extremely warm, like way warmer than normal. So 3.3 degrees above normal was the average. However, we were way above for December, like 12 degrees above average. And then we were below for January and below for February. So we had a moderate La Nina at that time. This winter, I personally believe we're going to have average temperatures. However, because of the La Nina and the very amplified weather pattern, meaning the jet streams way up and down, that's going to bring big temperature swings. And not only that, La Nina winters are depending on the Arctic oscillation. If it's a weaker Arctic oscillation, that brings cold air down, and then that allows for precipitation to be more winter weather. So that's dependent. Should I show them the last one?
I think we got to hold that one until the
We're
real
gonna hold
Facebook
that
Live.
off.
Yeah.
We'll hold it off because I've got my prediction, and we're going to take a look at that. But make sure you tune in here. Not very long, just about 10 minutes, and we'll launch another Facebook. 15 minutes from now, we'll launch another Facebook Live. All right. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Make sure you tune in.